Yo guys, what's going on? LifeOfRio here, and I'm bringing you guys my Harrow updated endgame build. Now, I did tweak the build somewhat, which I'm going to be showing you guys a little bit later in the video. I'm going to be letting you guys know what moves are essential for when you're doing these endgame runs and what moves he really doesn't need all too much, which are just optional. Now, the thing about this one is that, guys, as you can see all this energy coming from Harrow out of his waist, which is all of those particles. So I had to talk to DE about that, and what that is that Harrow has his own built-in HUD system that's built into him, which no other frame in the game currently has at the moment. And what that means is that you can lag while your friends and everybody else in the mission are not lagging. And what triggers it for Harrow in this update is a lot of AoE weapons. So if you have a lot of AoE weapons, he starts to go completely insane. I was doing a couple solos. I have the Zard, the Pox, and the Zenny Star on. And so it goes completely crazy and haywire with him. DE actually brought it to my attention when I spoke to them. Now, right here, as you guys can see, while you're in your 4th ability and you already built up your damage, you should already be building up your 1 to go back into your 2. Now, your 1 is important for your 2, but at the same time, your 1 is not a key move that you have to keep on at all times, especially as in group settings. It's not going to be essential for you to keep it on at all times. If you want to keep your 1 up, it's going to be for your 2, and also just because you feel more comfortable with your survivability. But at this level, you're going to get one-shotted anyway, even with 3,500 shields, until shield gating is actually a thing and it comes in. Picking up allies is also important, which you guys already know with doing your 4th ability. Now, the thing is with Harrow is that you want to keep up your 2 and your 4. Those are your primary 2 best moves that he actually has for when you're doing these endgame runs, because your 2 is going to increase your DPS very, very effectively. And as you guys can see, the particles going completely insane on Harrow right there. But his 2 is going to keep up your DPS very, very well. And then his 4th is also going to boost your DPS at the same time while helping out your allies with the invincibility, so you can do pickups and things like that. So those are actually the main 2 that should be up at all times and to be very, very consistent with, because the 4, well, we all know is his best move overall, but his 2 on increasing your melee, increasing your melee and your fire rate is just super important. And when you combo that with the 4, you're going to be doing tremendous damage. But as far as his 1 and his 3, a little bit on the lackluster side, because his 1 is his only CC move, which in solos you're definitely going to be doing at all times, but in team play you don't really need it because I don't have that much range. Now let's go over the build. This is going to be a little bit longer on how I show the build. It's the same amount of formulas, but I did switch out my first aura mod and I switched it to speed holster. I love speed holster because as when you're using Harrow, you're going to switch to multiple different weapons at all times, especially for DPS. I'm throwing my Zenny Star, I'm going to be increasing it, switching to my primary and my secondary. Now, if you're not used to using natural talent, which natural talent on Harrow is amazing, you can switch it out for constitution. And all of this that I'm telling you is set around your desired playstyle. Enemy sense is also something that's there. If you don't want to keep that in, you can actually switch it out for something else, maybe like a prime vigor or a vitality. It just depends on your playstyle. Those 2 mod slots and that where natural talent is and that empty slot depends on you. Now, the good thing about that is that whenever he gets an augment, you're automatically going to have a free open slot because he doesn't need 2 mods that's actually there. And it's very, very good about him when you're building him for build diversity. So whatever mod you would like to have there, you can actually put in. Prime flow is not needed, and that was the big thing about this video and actually me doing these runs, because I've always thought it was needed with Harrow, but it's completely not needed at all unless your playstyle is set around prime flow. And if it is set around prime flow, then you still will have 2 mod slots that's completely free and completely open. So I just wanted to update you guys on that one. How does Harrow hold up when he's doing endgame runs? He holds up fairly decent. He actually is a great buffer towards the team. He actually keeps the team DPS pretty consistent, nothing close to Banshee, but it's still very, very amazing. And I think he's just a great frame for that as in team play. But as far as solo, he's just okay. As far as how I would rate Harrow for endgame, not something that you need on the team, but it's a different option to how you can make the team a little bit more diverse. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure to give the video a thumbs up. And if you guys really enjoyed it, please be sure to save the video and actually share it. So thank you guys so much for the love and support. I will catch you guys later on the next Warframe video. Harrow's actually, he's okay for endgame. He's okay.